Okay, so a system of equations means that there's more than one. A system just means that there's more than one. And what we're doing is we're trying to solve. So we're going to try to find where any points that could be in both equations and make true statements. So if we think about two lines, okay, we can graph two lines. Now, if I draw a line this way and I draw a line this way, okay, do you see how they're intersecting? That's their solution. Where they intersect is the solution. Because if I put that in, let x comma y, that coordinate, it would work in both equations and they would both be true. Okay, so where they intersect is the solution. Now let's say I have a line like this and a line like this. These are parallel lines. Are they ever going to meet? No. So what's their solution? No solution, right? Because they're never going to meet. Okay, now let's think of one more situation. I have a line and then I graph another line and it's right on top of that line. What's their solution? Where are they meeting? Every single place, right? So that is what? All real numbers or infinite. Okay, so you can say either all real numbers or infinite on that one. So one more time, two lines, they meet in one point. How many solutions is this? How many solutions does this have when it's intersecting? One. There's only one solution. Okay. How many solutions when they're parallel like this? None, because they're never going to meet. Yep. Now, if the line's on top of each other, how many solutions? Infinite, right? Because it's all real numbers. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay. We always have to ask ourselves, now this is like review from last chapter. Y equals mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b is not going away. I've already told you that before. Okay, remember m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. You have to make sure that your equation is in that form. Is this in my favorite form? Is this in y equals mx plus b? Yes. What's my m in that first line? Negative 5 over 3. Wonderful. What's my b? 3. Okay, so I'm just going to graph that line first. So do I start at the negative 5/3 or do I start at the 3? I start at the 3, the b, the y-intercept. So I'm going to start at 3. And remember, that's a y-intercept, so that's on the y-axis. So I'm going to start at 3. I'm going to move that up a little bit so we can see it. Start at 3, put it up. That means I cross that y-axis at 3. Okay. From there, I do my slope. It's a negative. So does that mean I go up or does that mean I go down? Okay, so I go down how many? 5. And then I go over 3. Okay, so down 5 over 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 3. 1, 2, 3. Now what you're going to want to know is you're going to want to connect those lines very good with a nice straight line today, because we're going to try to find where they intersect, remember? So do your best to make a nice straight line. If you need a ruler, let me know. I do have some over here on the shelf. Okay. Next equation, same process. Is this in my favorite form? Yes. What's my m? 1 over 3, the number in front of the x. Wonderful. What's my b? Negative 3. Do I start at m or do I start at b? B, because that's my y-intercept. Perfect. So I start at negative 3. From there, my slope is 1/3. What does that mean? Up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3. Oh, look at that. Now, you are not done. I would not give you credit for this because you haven't told me the solution. The solution is where they meet. Where do they meet? Right there. What is right there? 3, negative 2. So x comma y is 3, negative 2. What I am worried about is that you're going to write negative 2, 3. You're going to do it in the wrong order. Remember, x, y. So that's 3, negative 2.
In alphabetical order.
Yep, just like the alphabet. You go x and then y. Okay, I need to see the solution in order for you to get credit. Okay, so let's try number 2. Is that first equation in my favorite form?
Yes.
Yep, what's my m?
4.
Good. And what's my b?
B. 3.
3. Good. So I start at 3. I need to go up how many?
4.
And over how many?
2. 3. 1.
Over 1. Remember, if that doesn't have a bottom number, it's over 1. So I'd go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'd go over 1. Oh, that's off the graph. That's not going to be very nice when I have to draw these nice straight lines. Okay? So I'm going to let you, remember I always say don't go to the left because you're not Beyonce. I'm actually going to let you be Beyonce today. So if you went up and to the right, what's the exact opposite of that? Down and to the left. And would that be on that same line?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. We're going to put a dot. And we're going to make that nice straight line. Okay?
Yours isn't very straight.
I'm trying my hardest to make it straight. Ah, do the best I can.
Mine's not straight.
Okay? Next equation. Is this in my favorite form?
Yes.
Yes. What's my m?
-1/2.
-1. Remember, there's an invisible 1 in front of that x. So it's a -1. And then what's b?
-1.
b is what?
-1.
Try again.
2.
-2. Because I went up 4 over 1. And remember I said I could do the exact same, go down 4 over 1. Now, very good question. They asked, why is there 3 points here? People at home can't hear that. So why is there 3 points here? You can constantly do that same slope over and over and over again. Okay, so I can go up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1. That's going to all be on that same line. Same way as go down 4 over 1, down 4 over 1, down 4 over 1. Okay, if you want more than 1 point on your line, you can easily do that. Okay, back to this one. Remember, there's a -1 in front of the x, so that gives me an m. And my b was -2, so I need to start at -2. Okay, from there, it's a -1, so do I go up or down? Down 1 over how many? 1. Remember, if there's no bottom number, you got to put that in. Am I done? No, because I haven't showed where it is the solution. You haven't shown me the solution yet. Where is that solution? -1, -1, x comma y. In that case, it was the same number. So my solution to that is -1, -1. Okay. Let's try 3. We'll do 3 and 4 together, and then I'll let you work. Okay. Number 3. Is that in my favorite form? Yes. What's my m? -1/2. What's b? -1. Perfect. Do I start where? -1, which is b. Very good. Yep. Perfect. Then from there, I need to go.
Up 1 over 2.
Is it up or down?
Down.
Down 1 over 2. Down because it's negative. Now, if I went up, I'd have to go to the left. So I could go up 1 over 2 to the left. Okay. Remember, a line is just a whole bunch of points. So all of these are just points that are on that line. Is this in my favorite form?
Yes.
What's m?
Negative.
Positive 1/4. Oh, you were looking at the other one. Here we go. Positive 1/4, and b is -4. Start at -4. Up 1 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did they meet? Right there. Where's right there? 4, -3. X comma y. Okay, number 4. Oh no, it just says y equals -1. Well, I know y equals -1 right here, so I know for sure that's going to be on there. But what does that mean when it's just a y equals a number? M is 0 in this case, right? Okay, so we could either know because m is 0, so it means goes up nothing over 1. Or we can remember that if it's just y equals a number and x equals a number, those are going to be either horizontal or vertical lines. Now, if you can't remember which one's which, you can always make a little XY chart for yourself. And you know that y is always going to be -1. So you can put -1s in there. And then put any number you want over here. So like 1 and 2. So if I graph 1, -1, oh, that's right there. 2, -1. Oh, I guess it's a horizontal line. Now you're gonna get to the point where you just remember, when it's a y equals a number, that's a horizontal line. When it's an x equals, it's a vertical line. Okay, so that's my first equation. Now I'm looking at my second one. Is that in my favorite form? Yeah, what's my m? -5/2. What's my b?
4.
4. Start at 4. Up or down?
Or down.
Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/2. 1, 2.
Right, so up. So instead of 5.
Start at 4, because it was b is 4. And then go down 5/2. Where did they cross? To -1. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to work on this now, and then you should be able to finish this or get dang close by the end of the period. And then I'm going to spend a couple minutes at the end of the period explaining something on the second worksheet that you'll do at home when you're not here. So get working right now. Okay, so now we're looking at that second graphing packet. Remember, this is what you're going to be doing when you're at home on your stay-at-home day. Okay, that's why I give it to you now, so that you have it on paper. Those at home have to just do it on a regular piece of paper, or you can do it on DocHub. Okay, so that first page, front and back, you know how to do those. Now we're skipping to that where it's number 21, which is technically your second page. If you're scrolling through it, it's your third page. Okay. Is that in your favorite form? No, I need to get y by itself, right? So how do I move this -6x over to this side? U plus 6x, yeah. So I'm gonna add that. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. And if this is not enough room, you can definitely just get another piece of paper and do this part of it. So now I have y equals, can I put 4 and 6x together?
No.
No, they're not like terms. So I'm just gonna leave it as 4 plus 6x. We could turn it around. We could write 6x plus 4 if that helps. Yeah, you can write that way. So what is m, the number in front of the x?
6.
6. What is b?
4.
4. So I start at 4. And I would go up 6/1, right? And that's going to be way off my graph.
So you go down.
So let's go down into the what?
Negative.
To the left. Yeah, we're going to go down to the left. We're going to be Beyonce today. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 1. Yep. Draw your nice line. Try to make it as straight as possible. Mine's not very good right now. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to try to get y by itself on my next one. Y is not by itself, is it?
No.
Plus that 2x over. Love it. Okay. So I have -y equals 4 plus 2x. Because remember, those are not like terms, so I can't put them together. But now I have a negative in front of the y. What does that mean? There's a negative what in front? -1. So I need to somehow get rid of this -1 that's multiplying against this y. What's the opposite of multiplying? Divide. We got to divide by -1 on every single thing. So I'm going to rewrite it over here. I have y equals, what's 4 divided by -1? -4. Good. And this would, and if I divide 2 by -1, that's going to get me a -2x. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Okay. What's m?
2.
-2, number in front of the x. And what's b?
-4.
-4. So I'm going to start at -4, down 2/1. If I didn't want to go off the graph, I could go up 2 and over 1 to the left. Remember, doing the opposite. So if I started at -4 and I went down 2/1, the same if I went up and then to the left. Up 2/1, then to the left. Oh, where do they meet? Good question. -1, -2, x comma y. -1, -2. And remember, I need to see that solution. Otherwise, it's wrong. So these you have to get y by itself. So these are a little bit more work. Okay. All right, that should take care of that one. So that's what you're working on at your stay-at-home day. So we will correct both of these when I see you next.